It's hard to believe, but we are already in phase 3, which is our final phase of our building renovation. And we are doing a ton of different projects in this phase, so we've broken it up into 2 halves. The first half of phase 3 is our auditorium. And in there, one of the big projects we are doing is our plaster repair. The most obvious spot was the dome, where you just had peeling and bubbling plaster. But the reality is, if you went and walked around, there are a ton of other areas that actually needed repair. So we have a full crew out here, and they are doing multiple layers of plaster that is going to set up the walls and the ceiling for decades to come. The second big project that we are doing in the auditorium is the audio-visual system. The reality is, even if we stayed in our previous location, we had a line item list of items we already wanted to upgrade. So we're using this as an opportunity to totally revamp our audio-visual system. We're going to have new speakers, new soundboard, new lighting, and we've even added a video package so that we can live stream our services down the road.
For over 100 years, people have been worshiping Jesus and experiencing the presence of God right here in this room. Just let that sink in for a moment. Thousands of prayers have been prayed. Thousands of songs have been sung week after week, year after year. Countless baptisms, countless lives affected for the gospel right here in this room. It's a very special place. When this room was originally built over 100 years ago, they didn't have sound systems or speakers or microphones, but this place was designed with intentionality. It was state of the art, acoustically designed to meet the needs of the people at the time. And that's really our goal as we renovate this space, is to do it with intentionality, to have a state-of-the-art sound system that is specifically designed and optimally built for our needs, for this space. And I don't know about you, but worshiping in this place and in this space over the last few months has already felt like a dream. And I cannot wait to get back in here after this place has been fully renovated and get to worship with you here once again. Secondly, we've also been working with a professional designer to craft this space to make it feel like home. That's our goal for this place, is for people to walk in here, especially those who are far from Christ, to walk into this place and feel like they just found home. You know, we have a very hospitable congregation, and we really want this space to reflect that and to feel that same way. And that's why we've worked with our designer to craft everything from the countertops of the coffee bar all the way down to the color of the carpets to really make this a hospitable place where people can feel like they are home. In Romans 12, Paul says that we must seek to show hospitality. And through this renovation, that is what we aim to do. So thank you for joining us in this renovation and making this dream become a reality.
Another big thing that we are doing in the auditorium is our pews. One of the most frequently questions I get asked is, are we keeping the pews? And my answer is yes, for a couple reasons. The pews that are in this room are actually original to the building. That means they're over 100 years old. You could say they don't make them like that anymore. But also, the auditorium has a unique shape. It's in a curved shape, and it also has a sloped floor. And so the pews actually allow us to maximize our seating capacity for this specific room. And so we are getting them new upholstery, new padding, so they're going to be nice and comfortable to sit on. But yes, we are keeping the pews. And the second half of phase 3 is really our lobby half. So in the fall, when we move back in to the auditorium, we're going to get going on the lobby. One of the big things we're doing in the lobby is the cafe. So the kitchenette area will really become our cafe area. We're going to be redoing the cabinetry, the countertops. We're going to be installing our coffee maker upstairs. And we're also building a coffee bar right outside of the kitchenette so that we can serve snacks and drinks at our events and our worship gatherings. This will really help us with hospitality. And another thing that we were really recommended by our designer is opening up the arches. So I don't know if you realize this, but the balcony in the lobby area was actually originally balcony seating. It had a sloped floor, and it was for people to sit and listen to the sermon. And over the years, as the numbers went down, they ended up not needing that area, and so they turned it into classrooms. Well, we still want to use those rooms as classrooms, and yet the building was designed so that all of the stained glass around the perimeter of the lobby would shine through those arches. And so we can actually accomplish both of those purposes. So we're going to be opening up those arches and putting glass walls so that you can still see the beautiful stained glass on the other side. This is really going to change the look completely in the lobby area. And then one of the last things that we're doing, which to be honest, we may not get to until the second half of phase 3, is air conditioning. I know this is a hot summer. This building is actually heated by geothermal heat. It was originally designed to be heated with a coal furnace, but there's no ductwork and there's no forced air in this building. And so we are having a mechanical engineer professionally design an air conditioning system for this building, but it may not be done until the fall time. So that's just a highlight reel of some of the projects we're doing. Of course, we're going to be doing the carpet, the paint, the electric, the lighting, and all of the same kind of things we've done throughout the rest of the building. If you remember from our previous Next 110 video, I shared that our phase 1 cost was $258,000. Well, now we actually have our phase 2 renovation costs as well. Phase 2 has totaled out to $430,000. And the reason why that number is quite a bit higher than phase 1 is it also includes all of the plumbing work for the new restrooms and for the multiple broken sewer lines that we had to dig up in the basement. So that brings, so far, our total construction costs to $688,000. And what I'm so excited to share is we have been able to pay for all of that as we go. With all of the funds specifically donated to the Next 110 fundraising campaign, as well as just multiple strong giving months, allowing us to put some of our general giving towards that as well. And so I just want to say thank you to you. This is truly a testament to God's faithfulness and the generosity of God's people. Well, as you might expect, there are more bills to be paid in the coming months with all the different projects we are doing in phase 3. And so I want to officially invite you to participate in giving to the Next 110 fundraising campaign. If you have made a pledge already, we are counting on you to get those pledges in by the end of this year, by the end of December. And if you haven't participated, I would encourage you to be praying about what is the number, what is the dollar amount that the Holy Spirit is moving you to give towards this fundraising effort. You can always give on Sundays with cash or check, or you can mail those donations to 615 North 9th Street. Just make sure if you want to have it designated to the building, you write in the memo line building renovation or Next 110. And you can give online at hillcityboise.org/give. If you want to stay up to date on fundraising progress or even see some of these videos that we are recording, make sure you go to hillcityboise.org/merge. Well, as we get near the end, it's important that we finish strong by keeping that end in mind. God is going to use this people in this building to share the gospel for the next 110.